what 10,000 steps actually does and doesn't do. Sean here from Fit Fusion Brotherhood. I own a gym for 10 years. I've coached thousands of clients, and I can tell you there's a very strong correlation between those who achieve their fitness goals and maintain it long term and how physically active they are throughout the day. And one of the ways that we use to assess that is walking, or how many steps you're getting in every day. Now, the magic number we like to throw around is 10,000 steps. It's hypothetical. It's a pretty good anchor to kind of aim for, but by no means is it universal or gospel or something you have to hit. So for the purpose of this video, let's just talk about walking more, what it does and what it doesn't do. And then hopefully we'll be able to tie everything in and teach you how getting your steps up can help you out long term. Okay, so let's talk about what it does. First and foremost, and this is probably what everyone wants to hear the most, is it burns more calories throughout the day. In fact, the difference between someone who does a lot of moving and walking versus someone who's sedentary can be the difference of hundreds of calories every single day, and that alone can really help out with fat loss. We've had clients before where they are stuck in a plateau. Their diet's been great, they're still working out, and all they changed was how much they were moving. They started tracking their steps, and they noticed the fat started to shred off their body. So it can be an absolute game changer when it comes to burning additional calories. Like I said, really comes down to hundreds of calories every single day that you can burn simply by walking. And the good news is it's low impact. It's something that you can do anywhere and anytime. Number two, it's going to help lower stress. So if you're stressed out all the time, if you live somewhere cold like I do in the winter where you're not getting the vitamin D, not a lot of people in a great mood all the time, going for these daily walks can help lower your stress and feel a lot better about yourself throughout the day. And then number three, this one's another obvious one, is it's going to help improve a lot of health metrics. And like I said before, it's very low impact. Anyone can do it. Doesn't matter if you are sedentary or really advanced in the gym, everyone can benefit from getting in those steps. So instead of choosing the 10,000 step as a goal, if you want to do that, that's fine. But if you'd rather have a range so that it's more realistic to aim for as well, go for it. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to trying to just increase your steps, moving more, especially if you're relatively sedentary. Now let's talk about what 10,000 steps doesn't do. So 10,000 steps or getting more steps does not guarantee fat loss. Now, I did mention it does burn quite a few additional calories throughout the day, but a lot of people, especially with apps these days, they kind of put their movement in and then the app will tell them they can eat blank amount more. And this can be a slippery slope. Number one, it's a lot easier to take in calories than it is to burn off calories. So 500 calories to burn off takes a long time. 500 calories to take in, you can do that pretty quickly, right? So it doesn't guarantee fat loss. If the extra calories you're burning throughout these walks are overrode by taking in more calories and eating more as a result, then you're not going to guarantee that fat loss at all. It's also not going to build muscle. So it does help with burning calories. It can help with fat loss, but it's not going to do a ton for your overall body composition. Because when people think about losing fat and losing weight, they imagine a specific body type that they're going to look like afterwards. And getting additional steps can certainly help with burning fat if you're not compensating with that extra calories that you're taking in. You're going to lose the fat, but you're not going to build the muscle. So your overall body composition doesn't change a ton, because you haven't really added any muscle. And in fact, if you're losing fat, you're probably losing a little bit of muscle as well. So it's not a replacement for lifting weights. It's also not going to make up for a bad diet. So I know a lot of people that use exercise in general, walking can be considered that as well, as kind of a way to make up for a bad diet, right? You have a bad meal or a bad day and you're just like, well, I'll just exercise it, I'll burn it off. And it doesn't work that way because of exactly what I was talking about before, where it's much easier to take in calories than it is to burn off. So if you're eating like crap, if you're having a bunch of processed foods, a bunch of zero calorie or empty calorie foods, and you're expecting just getting a ton of steps is going to help override that, it's not. And then the last one, kind of like I said before, it does not replace lifting. And that ties into what I was saying about building muscle. So the foundational element here when you're talking about losing fat, getting healthier, feeling better, looking better, should be strength training. Now, steps and moving around should also be foundational, but it should not be the only thing. It does not replace lifting, because lifting, unlike walking, will help with that body composition. So when it comes to getting more steps, the main I guess, attraction, the main draw for a lot of people will be the fact that it burns extra calories, and it does, and that can be super beneficial. But also don't forget about the benefits of what it does to your health and also how it impacts your mood. Now, on the flip side, don't just expect getting extra walks to automatically guarantee fat loss, especially if you are compensating in other areas. So if you're eating more because of that, or if you're just doing that instead of certain other workouts. When you add steps and when you're walking on top of what you are already doing, it can be an absolute game changer. Now, if you really want to optimize it, you want to pair this up with getting enough sleep, getting enough protein, maintaining a very consistent resistance training program, and then just also having very healthy and beneficial lifestyle habits as well. It's not going to be a one size fix all everything. It's not going to change and completely blow up your physique, but it can be a very, very powerful and useful piece when it comes to fat loss, when it comes to mood, and when it comes to energy. I hope this video helps, guys. If you do want more videos like this, do us a huge favor, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.